こんにちは。Kanji journey です。I hope you can really enjoy today's approach. First, maybe you know this part. This is mimi, ear, and this is heart. So this together means shame. Mimi, this ear implies earlobe, not ear. Ear implies two things. So fragile, just like a earlobe, or listen. So in this case, ear soft, vulnerable, heart, and this means shame, haji. Adjective, 恥ずかしい, shameful, boastful. Also, you have this kind of, this is kuchi, mouth, or a head, and this means holy. And in this case, this box means third one. This is tribute, box in which you put something you dedicate to the king. So maybe this shape is man holding a tribute to offer to go to the king. So altogether, this means you dedicate what? Dedicate your ears. Ears means dedicate listening. So holy means listening, exclusively listening to the word of God. That's profound, isn't it? I think that's all for today. See you next time. Bye. こんにちは。Kanji journey です。Today I'd like to introduce a very interesting word. Interesting kanji. I hope you already know this one. This means wing. It's a pictographical wing, two wings like this way, so that the bird can fly. But you also have this kind of kanji. This means abnormal because one wing goes against. So maybe this bird cannot fly. And this means four, but in this case, this means net. Actually, this is the law of God, God's law. So what if you have God's law on top of abnormality? This becomes sin. So abnormality itself is not sin. But if the God's law comes above it, it's called sin. So I think sin is not ontological concept, but it's an existential concept. I think that's all for today. Thank you. こんにちは。Kanji journey with TAC. Today you are learning a very important kanji in Christianity. This is Kami, God. This part means church, religious altar. So whenever you see this part, it's God related. This originally started from the mouth, and oracle comes down like a thunder. So originally, this means to say from lower to upper. Eventually, it used as something like transcend from heaven to downwards. So together, this is Kami, God. Interesting, isn't it? That's all for today. こんにちは。Kanji journey with TAC. Yes, today I'm going to introduce a very kind of suggestive kanji. This means symptom, kizashi, symptom of something, maybe symptom of recovery, symptom of bad disease, whatever it is. So that's kizashi. This is based on the pictograph. People used to put the shell of the turtle on fire, and they used to fortune telling by reading the crux of it. So this is a symbol of it. This kizashi itself is neutral, but if you have wei, this means nigeru, run away. Maybe when the kizashi, fortune telling, is too heavy, you can run away. Another one is you hold it. You hold it. You dare to hold it, brave enough to hold it. This means challenge, idomu. So it depends on how you react to it. Maybe if what you see looks too heavy, you can run away. But if you feel great, then you can challenge it. You can get hold of it. Very suggestive, isn't it? That's all for today. Thank you. Konnichiwa, Kanji Journey with TAC. I hope you can enjoy today's journey. I'm going to introduce a little bit tricky kanji, so please enjoy the process. As you know, this implies either mouth or head. Today, let's make it head plus leg. This means ani, elder brother. But implication is not necessarily good because this is an empty-headed creature with legs. That's ani. Maybe if you have elder brother, remember he must have been bullying you while you are young. No, I don't know. Anyway, what if you give him a mouth? This means curse, noro. It's a very scary word, isn't it? To curse. But again, if you give him a godly related gift or word of God, or maybe put himself closer to God, this means you are to celebrate. So Ali, the elder brother, can change either to someone who curses or to someone to blessing, someone who blesses you. It depends on what comes next to you. Big difference, but actually a small difference to start with, isn't it? I think that's all for today. Thank you. 皆さん、こんにちは。Again, Kanji Journey with TAC. I hope you enjoy today's part of the journey. Today includes a little bit controversial issue, so please listen to me carefully. We are going to introduce the word which means yorokobi, joy. So do you remember head, leg? This means Ali, elder brother, but he has a lot of stresses inside of the head. Why don't you let it go out by opening it? So it means the stresses goes out, and that state of mind, this is heart. So this is yorokobi, joy, or rejoice or something, yorokobi. So maybe this yorokobi is the situation where you have your stresses completely released from your mind. However, you have another yorokobi, that is, this part is, pan with lid on it. So this is maybe food, fish in it. And this is the table. So this is also yorokobi. And in the Bible, this kanji is mostly used to imply yorokobi, joy. But I think this should be this one, because maybe your yorokobi can come when your stresses inside will be released. Don't you think? This is also yorokobi, that's okay. If you are dead hungry, that's completely okay. Either one is yorokobi. In daily life situation, most people use this yorokobi, this kanji for yorokobi. This is very rare, but I think this is very important as kanji, especially when you refer to the joy referred to in the Bible. I would recommend this one when you explain. I think that's all for today. Thank you. こんにちは。Kanji Journey with TAC. So today I'm going to introduce something very important. This means rice, kome. It's a pictograph of rice, a grain of rice. I hope it looks like that. And widows were allowed to pick up the grain of rice after harvest so that she can feed her children. But sometimes when she followed the grains left on the paddy field, she might have lost her way. So this means mayo, lose one's way. Also, this is very important for a country's name. This is America. So we write this way. This is Beikoku, which means America. It doesn't mean really it's a rice country. We borrowed this kanji from the kanji America, and we picked up the me to symbolize the whole America. I am going to give the whole story later, not today. Important word in connection with that is, again, this is rice, and this is the sole of your leg, of your foot. So this itself is not a kanji, but if you put it here, heart, state of mind, this means awaremu, to be mercy. The story behind it is very interesting. This is a soul, this is rice, and this is the heart. So this means you're trying to pick up the grain from the paddy field, and sometimes you unconsciously you lose your way, which means you never give up. So that state of mind is awaremi, mercy. You never give up, you never abandon. This is a very Christian idea, isn't it? So when you see this radical in kanji, this is rice-related product, whenever it is. I think that's all for today. Thank you. 皆さん、こんにちは。Time for Journey of Kanji. Let me introduce a very, very simple but deep kanji today. That is inori, prayer. This part is, as I explained before, this is God or God related. And this means X. X. So X always implies closeness. So as you know, maybe this kanji means close. And also maybe you hold an X, this means break, something long. So God and get closer means prayer. But hold on. Sometimes God is here and you are here. Some people's prayer could be something like this direction, trying to get closer to God himself instead of you trying to get closer to God. So here you are going to make a list of wishes through prayers. That's okay. That's completely okay, because Jesus himself said you can pray for anything. But if you stay the same for years, that's not something nice. I hope that your prayer can be changed as time goes on. That is called maturity. So if you yourself get closer to God, then that is prayer. Interesting, isn't it? That's all for today. Thank you. 皆さんこんにちは。Kanji with TAC. So let me introduce today a little bit gross, but it's very thought-provoking one. That is this reason mean, which means people. This implies something terrible. This is eyes. This black part, this is eye. And someone use the sword to kill the eyes so that he can become blind. And blood comes off here. And this part is gone. So finally, you have this one. So this implies that dictator kills the eyes of the people so that they cannot see what's happening. That's this kanji. Tami or min means democracy is minshu. Shugi is ism. So minshu, with the people, democracy. But if you really see the origin of it, it's a little bit confusing or sad, but that's reality. I think that's it for today. Thank you. Kanji journey with TAC. I hope you are enjoying your own journey to develop your kanji knowledge with TAC. Today, you'll be starting with a pictograph. This means land. It's not kanji. It just means land. Almost nothing. But this land changes this way when voice comes down to this creature, and then it becomes, this is honore self, newborn baby. So it needs to be taken care of. That is, this means wrap up. You gift wrap something that you buy. So this reads tsumu, but it's not something special. Then you have here arm, and this all together means embrace or hold tight. When the self is embraced with someone else, it can grow. It has a life. Interesting story, isn't it? That's all for today.